Progressive is America's #1 motorcycle insurer, so we understand motorcycles. No, really, we have a bike translator.
Okay, this is awkward, but this bike says he'd appreciate it if you removed his skull pattern saddlebags. He feels self-conscious about them around all the other bikes, and he says you're not fooling anyone. You mostly ride with your golfing buddies. Listen, I'm just the messenger here. Oh, no, I don't want to say that. I think you made yourself clear.
Quote with Progressive and see if you could save with America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
We are off and running on another week. Welcome in to the Eric Zane Show Podcast, a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my daily adventures. I had a lot of young people over the house this past weekend. Jackie's, I guess once a year, she invites all these friends over. I think we're going to have a Zenith bash in a moment here. I can just feel it's just getting ready to explode on me. So it was all, bros, chicks, drinking heavily. I said, okay, Jackie, remember the last time you drank heavily? You actually puked so bad, so violently, you almost fell in. Let's not go down the road of alcoholism. This is something your dad's been, I won't. She didn't, and she behaved herself. I was happy. Yeah, so hanging out. Diana's hanging out with him. She might have taken one of those guys home. Home meaning in the house. God forbid, holy crap. I came strutting in after a long run. 8 miles. Yes, outside. Aram. Steady Eddie. I felt as strong on the 8th mile as I did on the 1st mile. This was a breakthrough week. Week 5 was on the training for the Grand Rapids Half Marathon. Breakthrough week. I kept it right at my pace that I needed to have. Was not overly tired. Wrapped up the 8 miles. Could easily have gone about 5 more. Felt great about that. Today, 4 1-mile repeats. That's what's happening. I'm getting a lot of grief from Aram and Mike Ball. Hang on, I'm going to smash this thing. Hey, fucking shit. About treadmill running. It's like douchebags. This is interval work. All right? It's not like my long runs are on the treadmill. You two don't know what the hell you're talking about. Aram, he actually put his money down for me 1 year ago, and I don't think he's going to do that again. I don't think anybody is going to predict and pick me when it comes to who is going to win this race. No one is. So that means, I guess, no one will claim the money? I don't know. It's all for a good cause to help our friends at the AT Children's Project. But we start week 6 today. Week 6 of 16. Doing much better than last year at this time. Last year at this time, I was injured. And no issues right now. Joey writes, I would never bet on you in any type of athletic competition. LOL. Okay, well, thank you. That is all just fuel. That When you write that, that is fuel for your old pal Eric Zane. Charbs 152 looks new. Says, are the butthurt Zaniacs here? I'm here to troll them. I don't know. Probably not. I'm taking a look right now, and they're still kind of like starting to trickle in. I don't see any of them here yet. So whatever. It's one person's word against a mob's. You know that whole nonsense about, if you recall how I described on my backstory of the demise of the Zaniacs. The big bone of contention amongst these lunatics is that when I saw Dean's car, I had said, and I did, call 911, and then as I saw Dean's stupid face, I hit the red button and hung it up. And then as he left, they called me back. That's when I said, I don't need you. It was just a mistake. I blew it off. After that, I started thinking, you know what? I actually do want to call 911. So then I called and said, hey, I need somebody to get in touch with me because I need to explain the problem. And then that was that. Those fuckers went ahead and got that phone call on a Freedom of Information Act because they're assholes, and that's what assholes do. And then they're like, well, wait a minute now. He didn't have that first call where he hung up. I mean, he said that, but they don't have that call, so that means he didn't do that. Oh, my God. This is a fucking Perry Mason moment. Columbo. I'm like, well, no, I did. And I don't know why they don't have me hanging up. Maybe you have to speak. What does that even matter? Well, it changes everything. It means you're a liar. I go, no, I'm not. I'm really not. And okay, so then it's like, let's say there was, you did accept that I was telling the truth. Would there be any reason for you stupid assholes to be angry? Or were you just looking for one thing to be angry about, and that was the only thing? So that was the basis for all of your hatred. Let me just say, these are the white trashiest of white trashiest people. All right? These are fucking idiots. And I am so much better off that these pieces of shit are gone. They're fucking psychopaths. The show is 1,000,000 times better without these cocksuckers wrecking everything. So everybody, seriously, it was complete bullshit. All of it. I'm so glad that they are gone. Those fucking losers. Unbelievable. But that's okay. We move on. No big deal. At the end of the day, a few less pieces of shit in my life makes me happy. Question. Did Huge survive this week, the past week with you? Yes. We had an absolute ball. I loved that. I even had people who reached out and said that this one person wrote the Huge show was almost listenable. And I'm like, oh, come on, man. Don't say that. Bill is very, very good to me. He's always had my back. I think he kind of gets a raw deal a lot of the time. But, no, I love that. Is he going to put the podcast up? Yes. But we didn't get the Monday. That was my fault. I got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday out there. So that's that will be made available. I'll let you know. Dirty Donut Race says, I can relate a little bit. I used to race cars and had a few people show up at my house who I knew but did not know that well. It was a bit unnerving for sure, especially in today's world. Sam the Jew says, I missed listening to you guys. Talking about Huge. And Sarah says, it's my favorite with you and Huge. Yeah, there's a lot of hilarious tension. Hilarious conflict that happens between us. All right. I hope y'all had a fantastic weekend. And, as I've indicated, I've always appreciated the support. Here we are in the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio, a beacon of DIY awesomeness in the Northland. Somebody won that lottery. One ticket in Illinois won. Now, I don't know if that's a group of people who are in a lottery club. I don't know if it's just one person, who just decided to, on a whim, buy a ticket. Somebody won that damn thing. And when it was all said and done, it was just under $1,300,000,000. When you hear, it was $1.28 billion, you forget that after the point, that is $280 million. $1.28 billion for some person who bought a ticket somewhere in Illinois. Now, if you took the annuity, you're going to make $44 million a year for 29 years. I still don't understand the logic behind taking the lump sum. So basically, several hundred million comes off the top. I'd have to investigate that completely if I had won that. And that's, you've got a year to investigate that. So I think, in my fantasy world, if Eric wins that thing, the first thing you do is you establish your team who are now going to work for you. I start with the tax hobbit, Troy Ginzer. I've a couple people I know in the financial world. They'll also be working for me. These are the people who are going to ensure that everything goes appropriately. Translation, these are the people who are going to rob me later. I did do some research. I didn't do the research. Stevie did the research and sent it to me because she's awesome. That there is a way to remain anonymous. And it comes to us from the great state of Michigan. Not long ago, there was another gigantic jackpot, and someone won it, and the people who won it, people or persons or person or whatever, did a little research and actually reached out to the Attorney General, our wonderful Attorney General. What is her name again? The lesbian. Janet Reno? Okay, you got Whitmer. Nessel. Dana Nessel. Janet Reno. Dana Nessel. Terrific, AG. I'm not even kidding you. Michigan has the best governor and the best attorney general. They're absolutely fantastic. Side note, there is an election tomorrow, and I am going to go and vote. And I don't think I can vote for the primary for governor because I am not a registered Republican. But these 5 pieces of shit are running to see who's going to lose to Whitmer, And the good news is the hot one got the endorsement. Well, the only chick in it got the endorsement from scumbag Trump. So that means all you losers are probably going to vote for her. And then the other 4 maniacs are just going to drift away and never be heard from again. So then it's going to be the incredibly hot Tudor Dixon against the incredibly hot but better governor, Gretchen Whitmer. I will show up at the poll to vote on what I can vote on. And I suggest you vote exactly like I'm telling you right now. If not, you're an asshole. Go into the list. Yes, I'm telling you how to vote. I'm telling you that if you don't do what I do, you're doing it wrong. The first thing you do is you don't vote for any Republicans. You just go down the list, and then actually, this is the only thing you do. And if you see any, choice, on the ballot between Republican and Democrat, you must vote Democrat. Everybody who has a D by their name, you vote for them. If there's two, flip a coin. As long as you don't vote for any animal Republicans. No Republicans. Vote all Democrat. Take it from me, your old pal Eric Zane. We need to do this. Vote Democrat. Vote Democrat. Tell all Republicans to fuck off. Anyway, so back to this lottery thing. Somebody won like $1 billion a couple years ago. And they determined that this had happened in other states where a lottery group with one representative is allowed to claim the prize. So they petitioned Michigan's Attorney General Dana Nessel, and they said, "Hey, is this on the up and up? Because Michigan Lottery says one person must reveal themselves." And she said, "Absolutely, you can do that. In fact, even if you win, you can make your quote-unquote lottery group after you win it. And the person who comes forward to claim it doesn't have to be a person who actually wins it." So one lawyer in Florida came up with this and is making a killing. So if I win the lottery, if I win $1.28 billion, and I don't want anybody to know who I am, I form a group called Dumbfuck Zaniac Inbred Swinging Lottery Losers. And then I put one person in charge of the group. There doesn't even have to be any people in it. You just name it, and then you hire this attorney in Florida, and you give him like $1 million, and then he claims it. And then when he claims it, he gives it all to you. And this guy in Florida has been making a killing doing this for people. He's like the only guy who does it. He's got it. He's got everything taken care of. He's become an expert at it. So that's how you can actually do that. So that is fucking sweet. So we will probably never, and the word is getting around, we will probably never find out who won that thing. All right. Some comments about my thoughts about voting. That's horrible voting advice. If you would have won, what would you do as far as radio podcast goes? That's interesting. I think, that's tough. What I'd be worried about, though, that if I decide to just be unmotivated and not do anything and drastically change my life to that of a slug, I'm afraid that I would slowly just kind of lose my mind. I think I need to kind of have some type of structure, knowing me. I'd have to think about that. I can't really tell you any one exact thing that I would do other than remain anonymous and think. I did talk about this last week, and Corey's right. I would buy the company that owns Free Beer and Hot Wings and fire them. I think I would make it worse, though. I don't know if I'd buy the whole company, but I'd give them an offer that they couldn't refuse to at least buy the radio station. That would make their contracts mine, and then I would fuck with them. And that would be my job, just fucking with those guys. Yeah, I know that's a horrible, bitter thing to do, but it would be so much fun. I'm not quite over that, so I would need some type of, just something to satisfy my vindictive, evil mind to make me happy. You could have built a studio and started your own podcasting company. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a lot of work. Whatever. Joey writes, vote Garrett Soldano. This is that transphobic asshole. Oh, my God. This guy is probably the biggest piece of shit. This guy's probably going to get like 2% of the vote. All of those losers are going to get like 2% of the vote. And the hot chick is going to dominate. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome tomorrow. We're going to find out that it's the hot chick. All right. My pal David almost seriously hurt or killed me and his dog. Friday, I went out. I got done with the huge show, and then I immediately drove to the community of Saugatuck. And this is like my buddy Dave lives out there. This is Dave who and his lovely wife Mary live there. All the times I've spoken of the AT Children's Project, and they have 3 children, Abby, and then the late Kate and Olivia. Kate and Olivia were the children that they lost to AT. Well, they've now settled in Saugatuck, and they're right on the Kalamazoo River. It's a beautiful place to visit, Saugatuck. It's just, it is so fantastic. And they're having this big festival called the Venetian Days or Venetian Festival or something like that. And so what do? Well, a bunch of white Dutch people get together, and there's a few of these 80s tribute bands that exist. You got Mega 80s is a big one, and then I forgot the name of this group, but they were everybody, oh my God, people my age in their 50s. This is what they live for. Okay, they show up there and they pay $10 to get in. There was probably like 3,000 people, middle-aged, over the hill, middle-aged, white people, singing and dancing to like Safety Dance and Our Lips Are Sealed by the Go-Go's and all sorts of Footloose. They did them all. And the people are just screaming and yelling. Now, I'm just going to tell you that my buddy Dave and I, we hate all of this shit. So Diana said, "Are you going to go with me?" And I said, "Absolutely not." I said, "This sounds terrible. There's nothing I can't, seriously, there's nothing I would hate more than being in the crowd to see and witness and be part of this shit. And while you guys dance to ABBA songs sung by these fucking idiots on the stage, I don't want to do that, but I will." And she goes, "Well, just listen, Dave doesn't want to do it either. He's just like you." I go, "Yeah, I know. He's my soul brother. We are like, seriously, he's my brother from another mother." And so she says, "Just go, and then you and him can go out on a boat ride." And I go, "Okay, you know what? I'll do that. As long as I don't have to be with you people and all of those idiots. I don't want any part of that." So it's kind of weird because you got all of us and Dave's wife, Mary, obviously my wife, and then a couple other lady pals whose husbands are also there. But they don't get to go with Dave and I. This is a tiny boat. And they're not like in the club. All right? So we like leave. Have fun. We pass the line where all these idiots are in line, and we go wander over to where the boat is docked. We got Dave's dog, Annie. It's a something doodle. I don't know what it is. And I love this dog. Now it's Dave and myself and the dog. And we're both getting into this teeny tiny boat. And then I look at Dave, and he looks at me, and he goes, "Everybody around us thinks we're gay." And I go, "Oh, yeah, absolutely." I go, and we should act gay. That's what we should do. We should dive full into the gayness, because this is Saugatuck. This is an oasis of gayness. Saugatuck, Michigan, 99% of the population is gay. It might even be higher than that. And so there Dave and I are, and everybody's like, oh, yeah, these two guys are going to go out into the middle of the water and BF right in this boat. So, all right. We get in there, and we're just sitting there shooting the shit. And then the band goes on stage, and now it's time to leave. Let's get the hell out of here. All right. Cruising along. Now, again, this is not a tiny boat. I mean, this is not a large boat. This is a small boat. And it's got this little 35 horsepower motor, and we're tooling around the this area of the Kalamazoo River, and it's like a lake. It's huge, and it spills out into Lake Michigan. And so he's left. He's now into the channel approaching Lake Michigan, and I'm thinking to myself, God, man, I don't know. This is not really the most seaworthy vessel to be out on this lake because the chop was pretty big. I mean, this lake eats boats like this. I don't know, Dave. So now I'm going to share a picture with you. Okay? And it's key to the story. At one point, Dave, I don't know he's doing this, but he takes a picture of your old pal Eric Zane and the dog Annie. Now, if you're listening to the audio podcast, obviously you can't see this, but just in the show notes, there's the picture. And all it is really, if you can just picture, is me at the front of the boat. It's a nice picture. The sun is thinking about setting. There's these two what appear to be lighthouses, but they're not. They're like pylons so that boats know where to go. Beacons, if you will, when they're lit up at night, but this is not nighttime. The sun still has not yet set. The sun looks fantastic. It's shining on the water, and Annie the dog is in front of me. And I don't even know that he took that picture. Okay, so that's nice, but that's where the niceness ends. Because, and I'll zoom in, if you look, okay, on the side, that wall runs along the channel there. That metal wall makes the channel. Now, as you can also see here, there's a wall going that is horizontal. So this area where the break wall is, it curves in. And it's not like slanted. It's like a hard right at the wall, and I don't even know why they have it there. But right here is a wall that if you aren't looking anywhere, if you hit that, that's the end of it. Okay, so we're going fast enough that though that looks like it's quite a ways off in the distance, it's not. And I'm not even really doing anything at this point when we're that far away other than just sitting there picking my foot like I am in this picture with Annie the dog. We're getting closer and closer to that wall. Now, if, again, this is not, okay, I forget what's what because if it's perpendicular, it's running with us, right? So it's horizontal to us. Am I saying that right? If you hit it, you're going to hit a solid wall. You're not going to side swipe anything. You're going to smash into it. Okay, I look down, and Dave's looking right at his phone. And I look up, and I look over my shoulder, and the wall is getting closer. And I'm like, boy, that's kind of weird. And then more time passes. And he's still looking down, trying to send this fucking picture. And then we're, okay, about twice the distance from me to that door behind me. So we're about 25 feet away. I go, Dave, you're going to hit the wall. And he does not respond. He's still looking down at his phone. Then I said, Dave! And he looks up and goes, Jesus Christ! And he yanks the fucking wheel. I mean, and we just missed a head-on collision with that fucking wall. And I'm like, son of a bitch. And he was freaked out. He goes, I missed it totally. I go, yeah, you fucking missed it totally. Holy shit, Dave. If we would have hit that, Annie would have flown over. The boat would have been wrecked. And, oh, my God. Somehow we got out of that. And then I'm thinking, Jesus, let's just go home at this point. Let's just go back. Because it's starting to get a little bit bumpy. Side note, I'm getting a lot of comments about my appearance in this picture. You totally look gay. What? I'm wearing a pair of shorts, a t-shirt, and a shirt that you button down that's open. I look gay? All right, fine. Nice shorts and open shirt to flap in the breeze. Now, Kyle, who is one of the gays in the audience, would know this. He says, yes, you look totally gay. Well, good. That's a compliment. We all know that. We get out past those two pylons there, whatever the fuck they are, markers. And I'm not kidding you. This boat immediately feels like it's about to get just hammered into oblivion and be at the bottom of the lake. And I felt like saying, you know, man, we don't need to go out here. We do not need to go out here. And sure enough, he goes out. And so the boat is, it's hitting the waves, and then you can feel, it's like, and then bam, crashes down. It's like, oh yeah, this is fun. The dog is freaked out. And I'm like, dude, for the dog's sake alone, let's just go back in. Why are you doing this? And I am not kidding you. I had both arms on that railing just hanging on for dear life as he kind of like tooled around the lake for a period of time. It's like, dude, this boat is not made for this. This thing is made for no waves. This is ridiculous. And so it was rough, man. I am not kidding you. I did not enjoy myself at all. And he kind of like tooled around a little bit and then finally turned it around and started headed back from like, oh, thank God we made it. I felt so bad for the dog. Absolute shit. And then finally we get out of that shit, head back down the channel. We go back to where we started, where we first got into the boat and everybody thought we were getting ready to go BF. And I go, hey, there's no place to put this thing. He goes, well, let's just sit here. I go, no. I go, take me back to your place. I want to go home. He ended up going over to where he lives. He's actually got a place right on it at his house. It's fantastic. We can put the fucking boat. I go, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I am cashing in my chips. Left Diana there. I go, you're going to have to. She actually planned on me leaving because I had to go take care of the damn dogs. I go, I got to go. I go, Dave just tried to kill Annie and me and himself. Everybody thinks I'm gay. No song lyrics, Sarah. You know what can happen if you do that. Absolute shit show. But I got a story. Dave almost killed your old pal Eric Zane. Hang on. Okay. For those of you that are getting the show via Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, I'm saying goodbye to you now. I only have you on here because I want you to go to my Twitch, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live if you want the show uninterrupted. Oh my God. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. It's what you do. You hit follow, and then it'll let you know when I'm going live, and then you won't ever miss a moment. If you're the type of person that, hey, I like it live, that's fine. There you go. If you are on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook, you only get a portion of the show. Okay? In addition, download the show wherever you download podcasts. The audio podcast, wherever you download podcasts. Could be Apple Podcasts, whatever. Just search Eric Zane Show and you will find it, or go to my website, ericzaneshow.com. Okay, thanks. Twitch and Facebook brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. Car show's been moved to September 17th. Should be a lot of fun. I'm stoked about that. Irvine's, ER Vines online, ervines.com online. If you need your car fixed and you need a loaner car, they're going to help you with that every step of the way. And the absolute best place to take your vehicle. Okay? I just love them. So you need a trusted place to actually get your vehicle repaired. You have one. Family, veteran, and lady owned. My friends at Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. Okay, thank you, Fit Bod, for sponsoring the show. All the time that you have your face buried in the phone, isn't it about time that you got something out of it? The Fit Bod app on your phone, it tells you what to do when you are ready to work out. Okay, you've made a decision. You finally want to do something. The Fit Bod app has everything you need. If you're working out at home, at the gym, with weights, no weights, doesn't matter. This thing is going to get you in shape on a cardiovascular level, heart and lungs, strength, your muscles, your endurance, all of that stuff, and it's going to be fun. You're going to love it. It tracks your fitness, tells you about the goals, how close you are to them, and it modifies itself and the workouts for you based on how you're doing. How? I have no idea. It's that $10,000 word that everybody uses nowadays called algorithm. But this is what I want you to do. This whole thing is free for you to try out. Okay? You can try it free at fitbod.me/Zane. Now, if you do fitbod.com, you're going to wreck everything. So don't do that, and listen to me for once in your life. Try this for free. fitbod.me/Zane. See for yourself how awesome this is, and my gosh, you're going to get the workouts. Stick with it, okay? You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. You're going to get this done, and I believe in you. You can also get 25% off of your subscription and try out the app for free when you sign up now at fitbod.me/Zane. One more time, 25% off your subscription, or try it free at fitbod.me/Zane. Now get after it. Okay, you know, losing fitness, gaining weight, that all hurts a person mentally. Honest to God, that can affect your relationships. It's time to turn this thing around. I want to help you feel better. And all you have to do is decide that you want to try. I want you to try this as you're trying to turn things around. It's the Fit Bod app. This thing is amazing. You don't need a ton of weights to do this. You can do it in your home with no weights. You can do it in the middle of nowhere like I do at Fear Bunker North. You can do it at the gym. The workouts are tailored to what you have to work with. And my gosh, they work everything. Muscles, cardiovascular system, you name it. It's time to turn it around, and I want you to do it by using the Fit Bod app. One of the important things about Fit Bod is the algorithm changes, which, you know, those are words that's kind of like above my pay grade, but it senses and knows when you're improving as you work out and updates your fitness plan as you go so that you're not like stagnating and things like that and plateauing. Fitbod has figured it out, and all you have to do for less than the cost of one session with a personal trainer, you can get a full year of personalized workouts with Fitbod. It integrates with your Apple Watch, Wear OS smartwatch, and apps like Apple Health, Fitbit, and Strava. Man, this is incredible. You can crush your summer fitness goals with personalized workouts from Fitbod that improve as you do. Get 25% off your subscription or try out the app for free when you sign up now at fitbod.me/Zane. It's got to be fitbod.me/Zane. Try it out and see for yourself. 25% off your subscription or try it free at fitbod.me/Zane. Fitbod. Jimmy in Portland, Maine says, you look confused about your gender in that picture of me. Thank you. I appreciate that. Tyler Kerr refers to it as Brokeback Boat. Our pal Tyler is kind of on pins and needles, as his lovely Michaela is very pregnant. Like, very pregnant. Like, term. Past term. Okay, everything's going to be fine. You're going to do awesome. Get ready. Your life is about to change. In fact, it says, actually just found out we're going in tonight to be induced. Wow. Oh, man. All right. Everything's going to be perfect. Man, okay. I know that's really nerve-wracking. Okay? Now, let me just tell you. You want a girl. The reason why is because they're the hardest thing ever. A little girl is the hardest thing ever. But you want that because they make you strong, because they're absolute lunatics. I am now pulling out the plane from the nosedive with Madison, and I've survived. I have survived raising 2 lovely daughters. I am strong as shit now after this. Nothing can slow me down for the back half of my life, because I have navigated raising daughters. And this comes from a guy who had no experience with any sisters. I never saw the insanity that takes place. It was all boys. My mother had all boys. So I didn't witness. I was not prepared for that. And then our firstborn was Jim. And I was like, oh, well, this is easy. This is a piece of cake. And then Jackie. But I understand Tyler and Michaela are having a baby boy. Okay. I will never say that girls are bad. I can tell you that they're a lot of work. You might have a little bit more maintenance, but I'm telling you, it makes you a better person. You see, when you have a boy, you can always just hit the kid in the face if he pisses you off. You can't do that with girls. You know, I mean, it's okay to actually punch a boy right in the nose. All right. By the way, something weird happened yesterday. It was just a comment that I might have to get the Queen of the Forest on. Yesterday was family dinner, and by the way, I got the charcoal grill down now, man. I'm telling you, I am an absolute ace. Remember all those times I bitched about I can't cook on a charcoal grill? I can now cook on a charcoal grill. I have figured out the magic formula. So it was country ribs on the charcoal yesterday. But boy, those are expensive. Son of a bitch, just inflation. All right. Jackie is going to be late, and I guess I had heard that she had to get a photo shoot, and it was something wedding related. This is all I know. Justin arrives before her, and then the food is on. She's going to arrive after, and then shortly thereafter we will eat. Well, she comes walking in, and she's in a really nice dress, and she has had her makeup done, like really professionally, and she even has like fake eyelashes on, and I hated seeing that. You know, and her hair has all this volume to it. It's just fantastic. She looks like $1 million, and I hate that. I actually hate it. What I want to see is no makeup, okay, on my daughter. I don't like to see my daughters wearing any makeup. Okay? That's just the way it is. I don't, for some reason, it just strikes me as, fuck, get that shit off your face. You're my daughter. When I see that, she goes, oh, well, yeah, but I had to. So she was doing something, I think it was something related to photographs. All right. And as I'm walking outside, Madison says, oh, for Justin on your wedding night, did you get spicy pictures made? And I went, what? What the fuck what are spicy pictures? Is that what I think it is? So Diana comes out. I go, what the fuck are spicy pictures? Is this like a porno shoot or something? What's going on here with the spicy pictures? And did that even happen? She starts laughing in my face.
Hello.
Hey, bringing the puppy back from the vet, right?
I am. Yep.
She's doing good.
She's doing good. She said it looks really good. She's really happy with how much better it looks. So. This
is her anal gland, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did she because before Daisy wouldn't even let her look at it. Did she have to like touch it?
Well, she took her to the back, so I don't know what she did. But
okay.
Yeah, she stuck her finger up there and everything.
You know, I don't think you need to go that graphic. I think she just might have palpitated it. I don't think she.
No, she stuck her finger up her asshole to make sure that there was nothing up there and no like mass or anything, and then checked the actual anal gland area. Yeah. And then she has to go back in like 3 to 4 weeks just to double check because there is still a little bit of fluid in there, but nothing to be nothing to be concerned about. I was
just taken back by how graphic you were in that description of
it. Well, you asked.
So when I was walking out of the kitchen to the grill area, the question was asked by Madison. Oh, did you get spicy pictures taken for Justin on the wedding night? Is that what people do?
Well, yeah, a lot of times they do. I mean, I don't know how, classy spicy pictures, not like nudes.
What constitutes classy? I mean, what? I don't like this at all. I don't even like discussing this.
Yeah, I don't know, whatever boudoir is or whatever.
I see people saying that word. I didn't want to say it. I didn't know what that even meant. But people are using. That's what you do.
Some people do. Yeah, that's a pretty common wedding day gift.
All right. This is awful. Just Google image boudoir pictures. No, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want anything to do with that. And I don't ever want to see these. Are these the type of things that you like display?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
All right. Jesse says it's basically nude.
And well, they're not. She's not nude, but maybe like a little like negligee or something like that.
Ah, God, fuck that shit. Come on. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you heard enough?
Yeah. No. Yes. Yes. Very much so.
Okay.
I don't ever want to be thinking of this ever again. All right. I guess it's pronounced boudoir.
Boudoir. Whatever frickin' boudoir. Is it French?
I think
Italian?
so. I'm pretty sure that's French. All right.
Okay.
That's hideous. I'm very disappointed in today.
Oh boy.
All right.
All right. I'll see you in a little bit.
Okay, I'll see you.
Okay, I gotta run a bunch of errands, so I don't know if I'm gonna come home and finish getting ready, and then I gotta
All right.
go. All right. I'll see you. Bye.
I'll see you. Bye-bye.
See you. Bye.
Hey, did you guys know that Amanda does pure romance parties? Oh, hey, I failed to mention that Amanda does pure romance parties. Are you guys aware that Amanda does those at pure romance parties and that she sells pure romance? You guys know that if there's a minute of space where no one's talking, Amanda's going to talk about pure romance parties? Do you guys know that no one cares about pure romance parties? No one gives a shit about pure romance parties. All right. Yeah, we know. We know. You want Diana to do a pure romance party. You've told us for years. Absolute years. Don't call us. We'll call you. It's okay. Jesus. My God. Okay. Got a lot more to get to. I know only about an hour and 8 minutes to do it in. So I got to sell some stuff right now. And don't you dare bounce forward on this. If you bounce forward on this, you're an asshole. Just let it roll. Let it ride. First of all, Patreon. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. I am still working diligently to replace the white trash that no longer are part of it. And thank God. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Patreon. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. 15 plus hours of content each and every week. I still have to post today's Lost Zane recordings with no notes. That is what I will be doing a little bit later on. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. See if there's any lurkers here. No, we're pretty much lurker free, I think. If any of you lurkers here actually are here and I don't know it, please go ahead. Voice who you are and where you are. Love my lurkers. Love my lurkers. So patreon.com/Eric Zane. Thanks so much if you're thinking about it. Just $5 or $10 a month. I suggest you just try it for 1 month. Put me on probation. If you like it, let it ride each month. Or you can convert to a year and I'll knock 10% off of the cost. Hang on. As always, you can reach me on the Shoreliner Striping inbox, eric@ericzaneshow.com. I have a dude who's going to get you some health insurance on the marketplace. His name is Frank Fuss. He is fantastic. Gone are the days when you have to worry about not having any health insurance. So whether you're self-employed, between jobs, by the way, don't ever fall for the COBRA nonsense. That's a complete crock of shit. It's a waste of your money. Or maybe your employer does not offer insurance. you have eligibility where you can sign up on the marketplace. Reach out to Frank, 616-914-4070 to see if you are able to enroll with a special, entry period, if you will. Sign-up period, 616-914-4070. Call or text or just go to buyinsurancehere.com, buyinsurancehere.com. He's also the Medicare Advantage Plan expert. If you or someone you know or love is getting set to turn 65, call Frank when it comes to signing up. And by the way, Frank's services are always free. He gets paid by the insurance companies, not you. 616-914-4070. Full House Comedy online at fullhousecomedy.com. See a comedy show coming to town. I believe Tim Meadows is next up. Full House Comedy venues, I take it back. Meadows is next week. Mike Palisak this week is going to be at the Listening Room on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all that time. Thursday, you got one show. Friday, one show. Saturday, two shows, 6 and 9 p.m. Mike Palisak. Tickets for Mike Palisak. And then the following week with Tim Meadows on sale, along with all the other shows for you to check out at fullhousecomedy.com. That is the incomparable Donnie Veltman. I mentioned Irvine's earlier. Irvines.com, 616-532-6600. ER Vines, a trusted place to get your vehicles repaired. Thank you to them. Thank you to Joe Martinez, A&E Heating and Cooling, 616-516-8579. Trusted source to get your furnace and air conditioner repaired. If you need any scheduled maintenance, perhaps it's just, oh my God, this thing's blowing warm air. It's a disaster. The house is not cooling down. You got to have somebody come and take a look at it. If it's during regular business hours, that's your best bet. But if you need an after-hours service call, they can help you with that too. That is going to cost you more. God help you if you're in that spot. 616-516-8579. Okay. Couple things visually that you need to see. We can still talk about, though. Let's see. Aram says, I think the war might be over, referring to the Zaniacs. Yes, I think the Zaniacs are finally gone. Good riddance. All right. MMA over the weekend. I don't ever watch. But I do follow the storylines behind them. I got to share a picture with you. And if you are, of course, on the audio podcast, you'll be able to check it out. Just click on the link, and off you go. When you do click on it, you will see fighter literally eats punch. Hard to really put into words, but the actual gloved hand appears to have destroyed the guy's jaw, and the fist has been shoved into dude's mouth. Bleacher Report describes it as definition of a knuckle sandwich. My God. You may have thought that is bad enough. But I've got more for you here. I don't know who the hell this asshole is either. This is a video clip. The medical professional has the towel over dude's face. She's going to move the towel to see this.
What they're going to do, I don't know if they're going to let it go.
Wow. Wow. That nose is actually going two directions. Okay, look at this nose. What a view of this guy's nose. My God, it's like a letter S.
Let it go. That is woo. Woo. Look at that. Look at that. They're going to let it go.
And they are going to let it go.
I love it.
That's Rogan. Ooh, look at that.
That is woo. Woo. Look at that. Look at that. They're going to let it go.
And they are going to let it go.
I love it. I love it. Look at that. Oh, my God.
How do you even fight with your nose like that? Oh. And then even repairing that thing. I mean, what do you do? Can you imagine the noise when they have to put that thing back together? Sarah says the nose is actually blocking his vision. Holy fuck. Tyler describes it uses Muppety Flippity Nose. Instant sleep apnea. That's messed up. He'll never breathe again. Yeah, that one affected a lot of you. And I can see why. Man. Okay. There's a lot of disturbing video to talk about on this show today. You've made it through two very, very graphic moments with the dude eating the punch and the broken nose. This one that I'm about to show you is not like that. It's crazy, and it's very alarming. But what you have in this next one is a lady in New Jersey. Thank you to Blue State Rob for sending it along. I actually did see this one, and I was planning on talking about it anyway. But what you got here is some lady, you got somebody, an Uber Eats delivery person, who is rolling through an intersection in Jersey City, New Jersey. You see this person approaching the middle of the screen in the yellow, delivering on a bicycle, delivering some food on a bike. Someone is going to go at the intersection, the other direction, and not even slow down. And boy, this is ugly. This is how it unfolded. Oh, my God. There's no sound of the video. But holy shit. Look at this. My God. This dude is cruising along. He's doing great. He's at the corner of Forest and Martin Luther King. You can see him there. He's like, oh, boy, what a great day. I can't wait to deliver this food. What a nice day this is. And then out of the blue, look at this. I'll do it on the frame by frame, okay? He looks left. I think he's running a light, okay? I think he has in fact, I know he's running the light because everybody is killing this woman who runs him over. And I think that's a bad move. So this asshole runs the light, which is a huge problem. You should never, ever do this. And doesn't even look right. This lady has the green. And then kablamo. Oh, look at that. The slides go flying. And then boom. Okay. This fat ass is like, oh, shit, I should. And then he puts his hand up like, I'm okay. No one rushes over to help. And then this slob, he gets one flip-flop on, trudges over. He's limping a little bit. Now the light is green. People are starting to go. This guy walks across the street. He's like, hey, motherfucker, you okay? All right, this person walks in the middle of the street, almost gets clipped by the Frito-Lay delivery truck, picks up dumbass's other flip-flop. She waddles over. And this guy, and now everybody, they come to find out that the person who hit dude on the bike is a New Jersey councilwoman. And everybody is letting her have it. Sarah says, yeah, that he's definitely running a light. Fucker deserved it. Adnan writes, is the bike okay? No, the bike is not okay. Corey says she kept on going, though, and didn't even slow down. Well, not in what we saw. She didn't slow down, but I'm guessing she didn't see him. Brandis says, I'm a huge pussy with this stuff. I may need to sign off for today. Well, let me tell you something, Brandis. I think you're onto something because this one wasn't that bad because the guy wasn't hurt, But in the next one, the next story I have for you after this one, the guy is definitely hurt. In fact, I'm not going to lie to you. You don't see any blood or guts or gore, but it's one of the most horrific things I've ever seen in my life. I'm not yet revealing what it is. Okay, it happened in Hong Kong. All right. So you might be onto something, Brandis, because it's going to get bad. It's going to mess you up. This is what you do. You got to desensitize yourself to this shit. You got to watch it. If you're going to be part of this group, you got to see it. It's incredible. It's so great. The clip I'm going to show you after this one, it is historically terrible. When I saw it, I debated showing it. It's that bad. And you don't see a bit of blood. It kind of looks cartoonish. I'll just say that. Anyway, getting back to this chick who smashed into dude. Okay? Everybody wants, look at that, still. Calls grow for Jersey City, New Jersey councilwoman to resign after hit and run video. That is a great still. That is just fantastic. Now, I think that's a little much, okay, for a guy who broke the law. And how often, when I used to pedal, I was respectful. I used to always stop at the stop signs. I'd stop for the red lights. I never did anything to break the law because the last thing you want to do if you're on a bike is piss people off. And people don't like that when you act like a bike asshole and run lights. That's not okay to do that. So, yes, she struck him, but he's fine. He learned a very valuable lesson here. She did him a favor. And who knows? She might not have seen him. She might have glanced down. Maybe her vagina itched. Maybe the phone buzzed. I don't know. I seriously doubt she's like, I'm going to hit this guy. All right? So I don't want to hear any more talk, okay, about she should have been able to avoid him. She should have braked. Bullshit. She had a green light. And we all do this. If we have 10 minutes past, 9.5 of them were on the phone. That's the way we drive these days. If you don't do that, if you say you don't do that, you're a liar. Jersey City Councilwoman Amy DeGeis appeared to drive off from the intersection of Forest Street and Martin Luther King after hitting the cyclist. This happened back on July 19th. Two members of the city council have called on DeGeis, a former Hudson County Democratic chairwoman, to resign. James Solomon and Frank Gilmore both said she should step down. I don't agree with that. After carefully reviewing the CCTV footage, considering a council member hit an individual with her SUV and left the scene without checking on the individual, I'm calling for the resignation of council member DeGeis, said Frank. I think this guy, it says Frank Educational Gilmore. Is this guy's middle name Educational? Well, that's bullshit. You don't know if she didn't check on him. Now, granted, we did not see her pull up and say, oh, my God, and stop the vehicle and wait for police to come. But she could very easily have just glanced in her side view or rear view mirror and saw that this fat fuck was getting up and walking just fine. So there you go. She checked on him. That's the end of that. Public servants must be held to a higher standard, James Solomon said. While Councilmember DeGeis is entitled to forgiveness and her day in court, both should come as a private citizen. She should resign. If she fails to do so, she should be recalled. Victim Andrew Black said he was hit on his way to McDonald's around 8 a.m. to pick up the Uber Eats food. He suffered a bruise and cuts, but no major injuries. See, he's fine. And she checked on him by looking at him. I don't think she's gonna get away with this. I think she's fucked. Oh my God. Black said that he was unaware of who was driving the vehicle that hit him or the news coverage surrounding the incident. Black said he was upset that someone of prestige would fall to a point where they would ignore the law. Wait a minute. The guy on the bike said he was upset that someone of prestige would fall to a point where they would ignore the law they are demanding to uphold, and they are trying to clean our streets, or whatever they are calling it. They can't even do it themselves. Oh, shut up, you asshole. You know what wouldn't have happened if you hadn't run that light? All of this. Why don't you get some nerve? The mayor released the footage to the press, said, you should never leave the scene of a crash. I think the responsible thing is to wait for law enforcement and follow the law. I don't think there's any circumstances where that's really justifiable. Maybe. Matter of opinion. We shall see. She might be able to weather the storm. All you really need to do at this point is say nothing. Don't say a word if you're DeGeis. Keep your mouth shut. The more you talk about it, the more people learn of this, and they will hate you. They will forget about it, and then you got to hope for like a mass shooting in Jersey City. At this point, fingers crossed, if you're DeGeis, that terror attack, enormous fire, dog mauls baby in the street, one of those things. If one of those things happen, you can then count on everyone's attention to be diverted to that. The more heinous, the better. If the dog eats the baby and then actually is running through town with the baby's leg, and people are chasing it like Benny Hill, trying to get the dog to let go of the baby leg. And there's closed circuit camera footage all around town of people chasing the pit bull with a, I don't want to say pit bull because pit bulls get a bad rap, of the Shih Tzu running around with the baby's leg in its mouth. That's all you can hope for, is that type of horror. Oh, there you go. That's a good one. White cop shoots unarmed black guy. Will be helpful for her. Exactly. She needs to turn around as a councilwoman and give them a pep talk. Say, attention, all white cops. It's time to declare war on blacks. You have my approval. Go and shoot a black guy today. If you do that, you'll get a raise, and I will be off the hook. Kenny writes, if she stopped the car off camera, it wasn't a hit and run. Yeah, she can just lie. Just lie about that shit. Corey writes, the dude who got hit's name is Black, so of course she's going to get away with it. See, you guys have good jokes. You actually do provide a lot to the show. See how much better the show is without the white trash? We are so much better. It's a more entertaining show, which was my fucking point the whole time. This is a clever bunch. You get rid of the MAGA shit white trash losers, and then we all have a better time. My God, this is the best thing I ever did. Joey writes, there's such a stigma when it comes to pit bulls. It's not the dog, it's the owners and how they're trained. You're absolutely right. Okay. I have one of the most horrific pieces of video to share with you, but I need to go tinkle. I have to go to the boys' room. So I want you to prepare yourself, specifically Brandis, to what you are about to see. I am not bullshitting you. It's so insane it looks fake. You're going to see someone crushed. It's hideous, but I must show you this. It's incredible. So, and then we know what we're going to do? We're going to crack some jokes about it. This guy is probably in a wheelchair for life, but we are going to crack some jokes about this. Is it a video of two chicks fighting and one shits themselves? It's 1,000,000 times worse than that, Kyle. We featured that on the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast a few weeks ago. It was incredible. Thank you to Rob for that. Rob also, I think Rob sent this one too. No, he didn't. Rob didn't. I found this one on my own. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. I'll leave you with Jimmy Stinson. All right. Welcome me back. All right. This is disturbing. In fact, if you look at this, right on the New York Post video, it says, warning, distressing content. You're going to be ruined. The best boy band in Hong Kong is called Mirror. Okay, you got the main members of the group, and then you got a bunch of dancers. They're at the Hong Kong Coliseum. There's like 50,000 people watching this show. Maybe even more. It's a huge arena setting. For the spectators, to get the full experience above where they're all singing and dancing, you won't miss a minute of the action because of the absolutely enormous, gigantic screens suspended from the ceiling by cables. My pal Arena Nick, who works at Van Andel Arena as an electrician and jack of all trades, he sees these guys that work for the Stagehands Union do this all the time. You know, they work with the tours that come into, a lot of times they got to hang shit from the ceiling. And you want good union help to ensure that none of the work is shoddy. I'm guessing there was some shoddy work involved because this gigantic monitor that's hanging above the dancers, it looks to be, my God. And this still image, This monitor here has fallen. This man underneath it, his head is catching it. It's hitting him at such a perfect spot to squash him like a bug. And it did. It hit him, and then it went like into the floor. It actually smashed the guy. This is the equivalent of Wile E. Coyote getting hit with a fucking anvil by the Roadrunner. It happened. And it was so bad that that monitor, which weighs, I think, 90,000 tons, ground him into the stage. It actually made an indention and pushed his whole body into the stage. So it looks to be probably, 10 feet by 12 feet, the monitor. And it looks to be about a foot thick. We are going to see it fall and crush this man. Now, I will say this. He lives. This fucking guy lived. It crushed him, and it fucked up his spine super bad. So they're suggesting that he might not, he'll still be alive, but he just can't move from like his eyelids down. So there you go. That is all the background you need here. He does live, because people are asking, is he okay? He actually did live. Okay, so Brandis, this is for you. You're gonna be able to hear the music, see the dancing and shit. Everything's great, and then all of a sudden that thing goes down. Okay, here you go. Oh no. Okay, all right. I told you. Look at one of the things breaks. It swings down like a guillotine. We even got a close up, and the guy is like perfectly lined up in it, and it's kind of weird that the band is called Mirror, and we're seeing a mirror image of this guy get crushed. Look that's his head. Oh, no. Oh, fuck. And it like smacked. Look one leg is on one side of it, so it hit him right in the middle. Now his head is squashed, and his dick. This guy's dick is gone. Oh, no. Oh, my God. One more time. If only we had another angle. What? We do. Okay. Here's another angle of this happening. Oh, no! It's worse than the first one. Holy shit. I didn't even think it was that bad. It's already started to come down. Oh, no. Okay, he's like, I can't believe this is happening. Oh, my God. It's so fast. Oh, look, his head is actually, it's perfect. It's actually perfect. Oh, no. Fuck me. Oh. Oh, shit. This might be the most horrific thing we have ever viewed on this show. Oh. Chris says, how did he live? I don't know. Kenny says that angle actually looked fake. He says, I'm sure his face looks great now. That's incredible. Brandis says that was so much worse. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh. Okay, so I've done a little research, and I've been trying to find out the latest. And the last I heard was he was immediately rushed to the hospital, and he lived. but they had to do a lot of extensive work on his spine to stabilize him, and they're not sure if he will be a quadriplegic for the rest of his life. Wow. Can you imagine if, he comes all the way back? He recuperates, comes all the way back. They get him on stage. It's his big triumphant return. The PTSD, though, if you're out there, you're constantly looking up. Oh, this is horrible. That might be the worst thing I have ever seen in my entire life. Jesus. Brandis, I can't believe you saw it. Congratulations. We're desensitizing you slowly but surely. His next job will be playing Sloth in a Goonies remake. Send that clip to Greg. Freebeer would have passed out. He would have passed out from the first clip. Yeah, that would not have flown with the Burn King. He would have lost his shit right there, and that would have been gold. We should have worked harder to try to get that guy to pass out. If I would have known how much I eventually would hate him, I would have done it every single day. Try to get this guy to pass out. Holy cow. Jesus. All right. So that's that. You must see that. Some of you might not be able to, though. I don't know. Thank you to the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage, 231-332-6505. If you need a mortgage, you need money out of your home, whatever it may be, call on Mario. Might be for a refi, might be your first mortgage, might be your 10th mortgage. Maybe you buy a bunch of rental properties. Maybe you're in charge of those, whatever. Get the mortgage from Mario, 231-332-6505. I've been stressing this, that, with the interest rates going up, you're paying more on a credit card. Let's say you got an $8,000 balance. Pay that thing off. Get the money out of your home and pay 5% on that money or on what you owe. Pay off the balance of the credit card once you get the money, and then you're paying it off at a much lower interest rate. Okay, that's smart. Mario can help you. 231-332-6505, no matter where you are in the U.S., with the exception of Alaska, Hawaii, Maine, and South Carolina. Kent County Health Department invites you to reach out to them. AccessKent.com/health. August is Breastfeeding Awareness Month. Now, what they do at the Kent County Health Department is explain to you and make sure you are aware of all of the amazing things that you are giving to your newborn by giving the child your breast milk. Some people might be like, well, let's just put the baby on formula. Okay, what they're doing there is trying to get you to avoid that. There is a time and a place for formula, but let's not do it right from the get-go. Start your baby off right by giving your child nothing but nourishing breast milk. Are you hearing this? Are you hearing this, Tyler? Nourishing breast milk only, okay? Because that is perfectly suited by God to match 100% with that baby. Kent County Health Department has all you need to know about making sure that you're taking all the necessary steps to ensure that you are doing the right thing for you and your baby. Kent County Health Department at accesskent.com/health. Rick from TC Paintball is excited about the August 14th, finally, Paintball War number 19. Now, since we got rid of the white trash, we will be looking for new people to sign up. All right? Yes, that is there's a handful of people that are not going to be there because of the butt hurt, but we're replacing them. So this is a perfect opportunity to get a brand new crowd in to the TC Paintball War number 19. All right? I want to see you. Please reach out with an RSVP either on my Facebook invite, my event invite that I have there, and tell me that you are coming, or reach out Eric at ericzaneshow.com. We'll have a pizza party before we get started from BC Pizza. That is a no-trash pizza party. And then all the soft drinks are there for you. When you pay $35, you get the paint, you get the mask, you get the gun, you get the field time. Some of you guys bring your own equipment, and I appreciate you paying the $35 to Rick. That's awesome. That is very, very kind of you. We also have two paintball scholarships available. Okay? So if you want to get in on a paintball scholarship, send me an email, subject line paintball scholarship, and you will be in the running for that. Thank you to Terry and Beth for providing that for the audience. Very kind of you. Otherwise, book a party on your own at TC Paintball. Or just drop in during the week. Blue Frost IT is the managed IT service provider for the podcast. If you or your business do not have the advantage of having an in-house IT department, you have Blue Frost IT, where you give them just a little bit of money each month, and they are in charge of all your tech. If anything goes south, you just call your tech team. They take care of it, just like that. That's how small and medium-sized businesses are able to work at a level same as the big companies, because you have tech support. Start with the tech support. Blue Frost IT is where you go if you are in West Michigan. 616-200-8550. My very liberal daughter, well, I'm actually very liberal too. You know, socially, I'm very liberal. And fiscally, I lean conservative. I don't even like to call myself a moderate. And since there are no worthy moderate candidates that have a chance, like I don't want you to be one of these dumbasses that votes libertarian. That's just stupid. You're wasting your vote. I must vote Democratic. But I have, in this home, an extremely liberal family member who is willing to put "say yes to abortion" on the back of her car. Now, even I wouldn't do that shit. I finish up my long run on Saturday. I'm walking up the driveway. It's a bright green bumper sticker back of Maddie's car that says, "Legal abortion for the nation." I'm like, fuck. Now, I wanted to take it off. But she had a shit fit. She goes, "Don't you dare take that off." I go, "No, you got to take that shit off." "Why? Just because you're afraid that people are going to think that you're pro-abortion?" I go, "No, I don't give a shit. I am pro-abortion. I tell people all the time I'm pro-abortion. I love abortion. I think everybody should have one." Okay? But, you see, we are surrounded by the dumbest people on the planet where we live. These are people who, instead of working a job, spend a day installing a flagpole holder in the back of their jacked up Silverado pickup, okay? Spend thousands of dollars to make their truck Trumpified so that they can put "Don't Tread on Me" flags or the now racist American flag. Which, by the way, I don't even bother putting my flag out anymore, because the Old Glory is a racist flag now, because you assholes have made it such that it is that way. Thanks, dicks. Anyway, I go, no, I don't. I want you to take that off, because these lunatics will run you off the road. They're absolute maniacs around here. We live in the center of this Republican hijack Christianity world. You don't want to be driving around in a "I want you to get an abortion" bumper sticker on your car around here. They will run you off the road. Because, well, that's tough shit. I don't give a fuck about them. I'm keeping it on there. All right. She's tough. I give her that. She's not backing down. Corey says, "You should never put a bumper sticker on your car. It looks tacky." I agree. But this is a shit box car, so she doesn't care. Kyle says, "You get a free gun when you get an abortion." I wish I could get knocked up so I can get a free gun. Tyler says, yes, she's asking for trouble. Yeah, she doesn't care. There's stickers all over the car showing how woke she is. She's ridiculously woke. Amanda's really leaning into it. She says, I have an advertisement on your car. Yeah, no one cares about everybody knows you're a dildo salesperson. We get it. I am encouraging you all, because Amanda is too busy telling everyone about her stupid dildo sales. Call the competition. Instead of hiring Amanda, look up any other company that does those dildo parties and hire them just to spite her. This crazy bitch spends all of her time typing about her stupid, idiotic dildo parties. So if you need dildos, buy them anywhere but Pure Romance. The fact of the matter is, if you stick a Pure Romance dildo into your body, you will get lead poisoning. You will get cancer after pump number 2. I encourage you all to get your dildos from Spencer's or online. Those are better dildos made from quality ingredients. The dildos Amanda sells are sold by the same company that put up the cables to hold that monitor that crushed that dude's skull. The worst dildos in America are sold by Pure Romance. And I will continue to say that until Amanda gets it through her thick Cro-Magnon skull that no one gives a shit about her stupid dildos. All right. I think my work is done here. She wrote, you hurt my feelings. I'm leaving. Good. Good. I'm used to that type of treatment by you idiots. Speaking of abortion, Matt Gaetz, the dude accused of child rape and trafficking, the Republican from Florida. Remember we were talking about how Matt Gaetz, I think he was at that some pack with a bunch of like-minded scumbag Republicans, and he started busting out the stand-up comedy about people who want abortions. I actually thought this was pretty funny.
Have you watched these pro-abortion, pro-murder rallies? The people are just disgusting. Like, why is it that the women with the least likelihood of getting pregnant are the ones most worried about having abortions?
Okay, now this is the stand-up routine. I don't care how much of an asshole he is. I don't care how guilty he is of rape. That's a funny joke.
Nobody wants to impregnate you if you look like a thumb. These people are odious on the inside and out. They're like 5'2", 350 pounds, and they're like, give me my abortions or I'll get up and march and protest. And I'm thinking, march? You look like you got ankles weaker than the legal reasoning behind Roe versus Wade. A few of them need to get up and march. They need to get up and march for like an hour a day, swing those arms, get the blood pumping, maybe mix in a salad.
All right. Now, I am actually I'm so all about the joke that I would vote for Matt Gaetz, even though he raped a child, because of that joke. Those are some great jokes. And that to me trumps it. If you have great jokes, I don't care what you've done to anyone. You have my support. So I think that people should vote for Matt Gaetz because of the comedy. Kyle says that should be funny, but he's not funny. Someone else needs to say this joke. No, bullshit. I don't care what you tell me. That's a funny-ass bit, and he did it well. That was fucking great. However, there's more to the story. The woman he was talking about is political activist Olivia Juliana. She's 19. She was publicly shamed by Matt Gaetz, who said women who are fat or ugly don't need to worry about getting pregnant or having an abortion. She started raising money for abortion funds across the country after Gaetz attempted to humiliate her. And so because of that, she's been able to raise $700,000 so that to pay for abortions. So she said, hey, Matt Gaetz was talking about me. And then people said, well, fuck that shit. So people started giving her money left and right. Look at this. Okay, this is her. Oh, I mean, first of all, look at that look on her face. That is a look of a woman who's going to beat the shit out of you. I mean, whoa. I think that I think she can. I think she can actually do some damage. So as much as Gaetz killed and crushed, what she did was she started talking about it, and then people start giving her tons of money, and now because of this, we're going to get some dead babies. And we all know, you guys know how I feel. You women, if you want to kill a baby, you kill the baby. That is your right. I think I hate it. And yeah, okay, I hate it. And yes, you are going to hell. But who cares? If you want to go to hell, you're going to hell. And you've got the support of this bruiser who now is going to pay for it in money she raised because of Matt Gaetz saying she looks like a thumb. So this is incredible. Now, I need to be perfectly clear with you. Some of you women, you need abortions to stay alive, or, the child is, you have there was a 10-year-old who got raped, and amazingly was pregnant. That should have been aborted. That's the example we've been talking about. What about in cases of rape or incest? Well, of course, no, absolutely. My problem is the woman who's like, oh, darn it. Oh, man, I got pregnant. Well, I really don't want a baby. I'm just going to go kill it. I hate that. Okay? And I hope you burn in hell. You women who just say, I'm just going to go kill this baby because I love abortions. Yeah, you need to burn in hell. Talk about an ectopic pregnancy. That's a medical term that can kill a mom. Well, of course you're going to get an abortion, and you're not on the stairway to hell or the elevator or the escalator down to hell. It's you women that say, I just really love abortion. You're the ones that are going to burn, and I fully support you. I am on your team. You need to have that right. Hands off their bodies, I say. I am team abortion. Nothing turns me on more than a woman with her right to get an abortion. Brandis says, I agree with your stance on abortion. Finally, Zane. Whoa, we did it. See, Brandis is great. She rarely agrees with what I say. She's here for the jokes, which is what you should all be. Not too long ago, we had a pack of Inner Circle who felt betrayed by your old pal, Eric Zane. All right. So I love this chick. She turned around. This story is great all the way around because Gates was killed on the comedy. I love that. So, yes, Matt Gates for president. Great. Horrible human being. The worst. And probably raped a child. But who gives a shit? Everybody's doing crazy shit these days. This chick says, fuck you. You're talking about me. You know, I'm big, bold, and beautiful. This chick, when she has sex, you know she is the boss. You know, you better not get aggressive with her or you're dead. All right? More about her. Olivia Giuliana. 19-year-old activist Olivia Giuliana thanked Gates for the attack, which she credits for the wave of donations. She offered to send him a bouquet of flowers, one for every $100,000 she raised. The money is being raised through Gen Z for Change. It's a nonprofit where she's in charge. She's a political strategy specialist, but ultimately that $700,000 will be dispersed evenly to 50 abortion funds across the U.S. So there you go. Dead babies because of Matt Gates. This is incredible. Nobody wants to impregnate you if you look like a thumb, he told the crowd. Speak for yourself. I am actually turned on by, well, I can't be. She's 19. If she were like 59, she'd be incredibly attractive to me, but she's way too young. And it's all the face. Look how pissed off she is. Can you imagine the aggressive sex she's going to have with some poor dude or a woman? My God. Giuliana responded to Gates in a Twitter post. It's come to my attention that Matt Gates, alleged pedophile, has said that it's always the odious 5'2", 350-pound woman that nobody wants to impregnate who rally for abortion. Giuliana wrote, I am 5'11", 6'4" in heels. My God. I wear them so the small men like you are reminded of your place. Holy shit. Gates returned fire, sharing a photo of Giuliana and suggested he had struck a nerve. I don't know about that, man. There it is. He writes, dander raised, and here she is with another pissed off look on her face. This woman could be, I mean, she could, if she played her cards right, she could be like running for office. Oh, man. That is a look of a woman who is about to beat the shit out of you. Giuliana said she started raising money for abortions funds in response to the public attack. And though the two have both directly and indirectly exchanged blows over Twitter all week, including some posts that have since been shared by thousands of times, the young activist has managed to blast through one fundraising goal after another. As of 2:30 p.m. Thursday, she'd raised more than $725,000. Gates has been criticized for his actions. Once more, the incident drew unwanted attention to an ongoing investigation from 2020 involving Gates and a series of allegations involving sex with an underage girl. Gates has denied the allegations made against him. Justice Department is looking into it. It shouldn't take that long to find out if this guy's a pedophile or not. Wow. Can you imagine if you're the boyfriend of Olivia Giuliana and all these shirts that she prints off that say bans off our bodies? And she's like, pulls one. And you know, the guy is like 5'1", 101 pounds. And she hands him his extra small shirt, and he's like, and puts it on as fast as he can. I ain't wearing anything else but this shirt, honey. Don't worry. That is a woman you keep happy. That is a woman you be very, very measured in your words. 6'4" in heels. God. Gates better watch it. Well, I'm on her side. I hope we're all very, very clear on my stance on abortion. I had somebody talk to me, my friend Dave Veldink, when we were on that boat when he almost killed us. And Dave, for the longest, still, he grew up very conservative, and his we were talking about, he goes, because he doesn't listen. He goes, "Do you talk about politics?" I go, "Oh yeah, all the time." I go, I got sick and tired of dancing around it, so I just say what's on my mind. I don't give a shit. "Oh, what do you feel about Trump?" I go, "He's a lunatic." He goes, I feel that way too. And he goes, "I have a friend who's sending me all this shit about Democrats," and then Dave said, "Are you mistaking me for a fan of Joe Biden?" The guy says, "Well, that's who you're going to vote for." And Dave says, "Well, yeah, I would vote for anybody over Trump or anyone like Trump. He's hijacked Christianity and made a mockery of everything. The fact that so many of you people love Trump, and you're religious too. Trump is not religious. He's manipulating you. Okay? My God. And a guy who claims he's pro-life, do you have any idea? You have to realize, if you think that Donald Trump hasn't gone through life paying for abortions, like, and giving those like abortion coupons out like they're fucking candy, you're crazy. So Dave and I agreed on that. And he goes, "Wow, you talk about that?" I go, "Yeah." And then he goes, "Well, what about like Roe v. Wade? You talk about that?" I go, "Oh, yeah, I talk about it all the time." And he says, "Well, how does that go over?" I go, "I don't care." He goes, "Well, how do you feel about it?" I go, "I hate abortion, Dave. It makes me sick. And I hope that anybody who gets one goes to hell. But we cannot be telling these people what they do with their bodies." He goes, "That's the way I feel too." I go, "Yeah, it doesn't matter what I think about what they do with their body. I used to not always feel that way." He goes, "What about if like the baby's sick or the mom's sick or it can be harmful and whatever, you know?" I go, "Well, of course you abort that. That's not the same, you know?" So I'm just glad we're all on the same page on this show so we can discuss these adult topics and hopefully have some jokes at some point in them. Because I try to tell jokes. Did you guys know that Amanda sells pure romance parties? Did you know that she sells dildos? Are you guys aware of that? In case you ever want to have a dildo party, just remember to pay for all of the free marketing that Amanda's got on this show. You have to go to anyone else that sells dildos instead of Amanda. And that's not that I'm earning any money. It's personal satisfaction. The self-promotion by the woman was at an all-time high on today's show. All right. So there you go. That's what's up with Gates. All right, I'm out of time. I gotta pee. I got one more thing I gotta talk about though. First off, Bennett Flooring Installation, 616-318-0167. Get your flooring installed by the consummate professionals. The cheapest way to have your flooring installed professionally. They describe my basement as the most uneven basement on the planet. You would never know they had so many headaches because of the expert way it's installed at our house. Have your flooring installed by Bennett Flooring Installation. If you are in the West Michigan area, reach out to them at 616-318-0167 and have one of their crew come out and measure the room. They'll go home, crunch some numbers. This is how much it's going to cost to install the flooring from Bennett Flooring Installation. It's a mom and pop operation. I think they're cousins. Thank you to the folks at Bennett Flooring Installation. The flooring that I want you to have installed comes from Johnson Carpet One Discount Outlet in Granville, Michigan. The lowest price for flooring anywhere. This is worth the drive. If you're in one of those communities far away from here, go to John. Well, hell, you know what? Call up and price it. Do that. Call them up, price it, see if it makes sense for you to get there to save the money. That's how serious they are about pricing their products that they're selling to you from all the major manufacturers and the most popular brands, because they buy it at tremendous bulk quantities and then just set it up. The inside, not the prettiest flower. You got a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in there as these guys are working their butts off. It might have a faint tinge of BO to it, but still, you're going to get the best flooring. Johnson Carpet One, discount outlet. You can pick it up yourself. Hell, I brought the embellisher. They put what I ordered. They picked it up with a friggin' forklift, put it right on the truck. I paid them, out the door. Johnson Carpet One, discount outlet in Granville behind Little Caesars. Mention my name. You're going to get an additional 10% off. It's already the lowest price in the state. I can promise you that. You're getting an additional 10% off. So let's say you buy $1,500 worth of flooring. That's going to be $2,000. You buy it anywhere else. Oh, by the way, take another $150 off because you mentioned my name. Johnson Carpet One, discount outlet. In beautiful Hudsonville, Michigan, Bosco's Pub. We are getting set to schedule an asshole-free Zaniac. Oh, wait a minute. Excuse me. Old habits die hard. A asshole-free Eric Zane Show Podcast listener party at Bosco's Pub. I already told Doug I have strict orders. If any assholes show up, they will be thrown out. We will start a bar fight at Bosco's if any losers show up. Anyway, Bosco's Pub in Hudsonville, Michigan, part of Terra Square. Go there for lunch or dinner. You will love it at Bosco's Pub. Okay, Father Colin said goodbye yesterday. This was tough. At Mass, Father Colin, man, I tell you what, this is like the favorite priest that I've ever had. I've loved all my priests, but Father Colin was exceptional. A young priest. Very rare that you find a young priest in this day and age. There's just fewer and fewer of them. There's a priest shortage. This dude, I just love this guy so much. And so, for some reason, the bishop has bigger plans for Father Colin. And he says to him, okay, you're giving up your parish. I'm sending you to Maryland to study canon law. So he's like a God lawyer, I guess. For like 3 years, he has to do this. So basically, he becomes a student again. And I'm like, he can do that? Oh, yeah, he can do whatever he wants. So I'm wondering if they have bigger plans for Father Colin to maybe one day be a bishop, which could eventually lead to a cardinal. I don't know. Maybe one day Pope. But this is sad because this poor guy gets up there. Packed house. And he starts crying. I'm like, oh, my God, don't do it. So then everybody, you know how it is. You start seeing that those sad, sorrow-filled moments. And he's preaching the homily. I'm like, oh, my God, don't do it, man. I don't know how he did it, but he pulled it together. It was incredible. Even Chris Fleck, the dude who was the cantor, he starts crying. The whole damn parish is crying. Oh, my God. Okay, now this is the point when I look at the comments and see which one of you assholes made jokes about priests touching kids. Let's see. Kenny says, listeners, supporters should still be referred to as Zaniacs, damn it. I just bought a second or third Zaniac shirt last month. Well, maybe. Maybe one day we'll see. If Catholics allowed priests to marry, they would get more of them and less would be touching kids. There you go. I knew Corey was going to make that joke. Yeah, I think the idea when it comes to not letting them marry, it's been voiced to me and it's been explained to me by a priest, And I think the idea is that you can have nothing earthly attaching you to earthly things when you are a priest. That includes money, a wife, children. You're the only thing that you are, quote unquote, married to is Jesus. I think I'm getting that right. It's not so easy as just, well, we've decided you can do this now. Corey says the idea is stupid. Well, it's something that I realize we can't really wrap our minds around, but the church seems to think it makes sense. Your life needs to be miserable, he wrote. All right. God, these guys, see, you guys all think religion is dumb. And I understand that. I'm not, you know what? I've tried to convince. I don't ever try to convince, but I do speak what I want. And then you kind of just, maybe he's right on that. I don't think religion is dumb. I think religion is fantastic. I think it's fantastic because it allows me to disagree with it. You know? The best part about religion is you can look at it and say, you're crazy. That to me is the best part of religion. Anybody who looks at religion and says, I agree because you said it, you're dumb. Now that's dumb. Okay? Like there's a lot of things I don't agree about in the church. I'm like, that's wrong. Well, the Bible says so. I go, well, I guess I'm gonna have an argument at the pearly gates then, because there you go. No, we have not made a date yet for Bosco's. I will let you know, my dear. So God bless Father Colin. Love you. Eric, do you think dogs go to heaven? Of course they do. Yeah. Kyle says, talking snakes, Jesus having a weekend off before joining the cast of The Walking Dead. It's all crazy, he says. You should come to Mass with me. Tell you what, come to Mass with me, and then just down the street is the gay church, the Methodists. I think they got like a big rainbow flag on the door, and everybody, what happens is it's right next to my church, and all the lunatics that have their stupid trucks with the flagpole holders drive by and like rip up their lawn, and they throw shit at them. It's fucking horrible. All right. Asshole of the day. What do we have here? Somebody won the lottery. My buddy Dave almost killed me. I did not talk about Kevin, the NFK. No more beers for Kevin. My brother-in-law, the NFK, he has a controversial issue that we have to discuss in the Patreon. MMA, dude eats a punch, broke nose. Councilwoman hit and run. Okay, I think I know who the asshole of the day is. Okay, now I got to search out the name. Okay. You may have already Okay, I swear to God, I got a new dry erase marker, and it worked. And this is a new one. The other one is, I think, the board. There's something wrong with the world right now because this worked a second ago, and now I'm pissed. Come on. Well, screw that. I want you to pretend that it says Andrew Black here. That's the guy who ran the red light on his bike that the councilwoman hit, and then she took off, as she should have. Andrew Black, for running the red light and getting everybody pissed off, is your asshole of the day, brought to you by TC Paintball and JM Synthetics. Order your synthetic motor oil from AMSOIL. with Jason Mays at JM Synthetics. And again, I need to hear from you if you're thinking about coming to Paintball on the 14th. This is what I'll say about Paintball. If you've never been, I need to have an overwhelming show of support. I will have a lower number otherwise, because some of the people that used to attend those things are now hated. And they hate me, and I hate them. All right? So we need to fill their spots to show Rick that I still have the juice. So if you've never done this before, I'm going to need to hear from you. And, oh, by the way, I have 13 days till that event happens. So respond via the invite on Facebook or reach out to me, Eric at ericzaneshow.com, so that we can fill that place. All right? Linda suggests supporters of the show. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know if there's going to be a name change. Maureen says, will you know my name when I see you at Bosco's? That is a reference to the parody song that I made on Patreon. Okay, folks, that's going to do it for this edition of the Eric Zane Show Podcast. Thank you so much for being part of it. Until next time, thank you. Bye-bye.
Message.
Hey, man, it's Devin. You know, from that time you accidentally emailed me because you thought I was a different Devin. Oh, and your email signature said confidential. If you receive this in error, please delete. That's so you. Anyway, I heard you bought a boat. When are we setting sail, Captain?
When you get a boat, you also get new friends. Make sure Progressive's one of them and get coverage today for as little as $100 a year.
Oh, and no, you did not receive this message in error.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Annual premium for basic liability policy not available in all states.